Right now, as you watch this, there is a digital wallet sitting on the internet. It holds more than $100 billion. Nobody has touched it in over a decade. And the person who owns it, the person who created it, has completely disappeared. No face, no name, no location, no trace. Just a name they gave themselves, Satoshi Nakamoto. And the question that has haunted the internet for 15 years, who the hell is he? To understand why Satoshi's disappearance is so strange, you have to understand what he built. In October 2008, 1 month after the global financial system nearly collapsed, a white paper appeared online. 9 pages. Quietly posted to a cryptography mailing list. The title, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. The author, Satoshi Nakamoto. The paper described something that experts had been trying to build for decades. A currency that needed no bank, no government, no middleman. Just math, code, and trust. Within months, Satoshi had turned that paper into a working system. On January 3rd, 2009, he mined the very first Bitcoin block, the Genesis block, and embedded a message inside it, the Times. January 3rd, 2009, Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks. That headline was real. It was printed in the Times that morning. Satoshi wasn't just building a currency. He was making a statement. He had watched the old financial system fail everyone, and he was offering an alternative. Then he handed it to the world and walked away. Here is where it gets genuinely strange. When Satoshi created Bitcoin, he mined the early blocks himself, the process of generating new coins by running the network. Researchers have traced approximately 1 million Bitcoin to wallets connected to Satoshi's original mining activity. 1 million Bitcoin. At Bitcoin's peak, that was worth over $100 billion. Today, it still sits somewhere between 60 and 100 billion, depending on the market. And none of it has moved. Not a single coin. Think about that for a moment. If you woke up tomorrow and discovered you were secretly one of the richest people on Earth, would you leave it all untouched? For 15 years? There are 3 reasons someone might do that. 1. They are dead. 2. They have lost access to the wallet. 3. They are watching, waiting, and moving it would expose them. Satoshi himself wrote in one of his last emails, "I have moved on to other things." That was April 2011. He has not been heard from since. So who is he? Over 15 years, the internet has built and destroyed case after case. These are the strongest suspects. Hal Finney. Hal Finney was a cryptographer, a legend in the field. He was the first person outside of Satoshi to receive a Bitcoin transaction. On January 12, 2009, Satoshi sent him 10 coins. Finney was brilliant, deeply principled, and had spent years working on exactly the kind of technology Bitcoin is built on. He denied being Satoshi until his death. In 2014, Hal Finney died of ALS, a disease that had slowly paralyzed him for years. He had been working on Bitcoin-related ideas from his wheelchair, dictating through eye-tracking software. His wallet has never moved either. Could he have been Satoshi? The timing fits, the expertise fits, the silence fits. But he died, swearing he wasn't. Nick Szabo. Nick Szabo invented BitGold, a direct conceptual predecessor to Bitcoin, years before Bitcoin existed. His writing style, his technical vocabulary, his ideas about decentralized currency, they map onto Satoshi's white paper with uncomfortable precision. A 2014 linguistic analysis compared Satoshi's writing to 20 other candidates. Nick Szabo was the closest match by a significant margin. Szabo denies it. He always has. But his denial is quieter than most. Dorian Nakamoto. In 2014, Newsweek published a cover story, claiming they had found Satoshi. His name was Dorian Satoshi Nakamoto, a Japanese-American physicist living in California, retired, quiet. The journalist quoted him as saying, "Of Bitcoin. I am no longer involved in that, and I cannot discuss it." The internet exploded. Within hours, the community raised over 16 Bitcoin for Dorian, a gesture of solidarity and apology. Dorian held a press conference. He said he had misunderstood the question. He thought he was being asked about classified defense work from his past. He had never heard of Bitcoin. The community believed him. Craig Wright. And then there is Craig Wright. Craig Wright is an Australian computer scientist who has repeatedly, loudly, legally, aggressively claimed to be Satoshi Nakamoto. He has taken people to court over it. He has produced documents, signed statements, technical demonstrations. Every single one has been disputed, debunked, or walked back. In 2024, a UK court ruled that Craig Wright is not Satoshi Nakamoto. The judge described his evidence as fabricated. Wright remains the only person who has ever claimed to be Satoshi, and he is almost certainly not. Here is the thing that does not get asked enough. What if Satoshi staying hidden is the point? Bitcoin was built on one idea: remove the need to trust any single person or institution. If Satoshi revealed himself tomorrow, he would immediately become the most powerful single figure in the entire cryptocurrency world. His opinion would move markets. His wallet, if touched, would trigger panic. His identity would make him a target of governments, of criminals, of regulators. By disappearing, Satoshi did something remarkable. He made Bitcoin leaderless. He gave it to everyone, and to no one. In the world of crypto, there is even a word for his untouched coins: the Satoshi hoard. It hangs over the market like a sword. The theoretical possibility that one day the wallet moves, and if it does, if those coins ever start transferring, it will be one of the most significant financial events in internet history. The market would watch, governments would scramble, exchanges would freeze, and whoever is on the other end of that transaction would finally have to show their face. Satoshi Nakamoto built a system worth trillions of dollars, corresponded with the brightest minds in cryptography, left behind thousands of forum posts, emails, and one elegant white paper. And then, without warning, without explanation, disappeared. The money sits untouched. The identity remains unknown. And somewhere, maybe, Satoshi is watching, reading articles like this one, seeing theories rise and fall, watching his creation reshape the global economy. Or maybe he's gone. Maybe the ghost was always the point. Follow Vellum and Void for more buried internet history.